Despite our best efforts, the Lucent Hive have stockpiled a significant amount of light.
My scions cannot predict the Hive's plan. Only that it must be stopped. No arguments here.
I never liked the Titan F Guardians anyways, design-wise, because of the bounce. If they couldn't bounce and track like that, I wouldn't even mind. But the way they bounce and track is just annoying. I mean, there it's kind of my fault. Like, I was somewhat reading chat because, you know, I was not expecting the boss to just, like, attack me straight through a wall. But in general, I think the other two are, like, better design. There is a lot of counterplay to, like, the Hunter super. Shield turned me there. That sounds fun. Solo GMs? Yeah, I'm doing a solo GM right now. This is the only one I have not cleared. And I mean, I don't have the node, so I have to clear it like this week. So it's either today or it's tomorrow. I mean, I'm sure I can clear it like next attempt. I actually do think though that doing this on Titan would just be faster. If you can play Embers, like that's so broken, isn't it? Like you can play Solar still, but you're actually just using Embers, so like you never leave the payload because when you pop your super, you're literally the most unkillable thing in the game, right? Do you guys think there is anything tankier than like an Ember Titan mid super? Because I don't think there is. Like, unironically, I'm trying to think. It's a genuine question. Stronghold blocking with swords. Yeah, but that's directional, right? If they hit you from behind, you can still die. So I don't think I would count that. Hello, Obama. Yeah, chat, I feel like doing the 5th shot on him is faster than shooting him with a bow. I don't know though. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, unlucky, Obama. Like after the Clash games. I wanted to go to bed early. I ended up going to bed at 6 AM because I was like, I'll shoot plate Ogre and then go to bed. Worst idea of my life. Hello, Berlario. It was not Backshot City yesterday on Ogre. I just couldn't do it. Wave Walker might be tankier. No, the thing is... So, Woven Mail is... Oh, okay, Wave Walker might be tankier. I guess that's a good point, but it doesn't heal. Titan like also heals you, that's why I think it's crazy, right? I don't know, Rishtar. He hasn't been around much lately, but I assume he just hasn't really been around Twitch or Destiny. One Little Company stream part 2, I don't know if... I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying it's gonna never happen, but... I'm just not the biggest fan of Little Company as a game. Like... So it could happen, but it could also not happen, you know. Like, to me it is a bit boring. There can be some funny moments, but for the most part I find it kind of boring, I don't know. Who knows, we will see. You know, I think Wave Walking is more DR than Solar Titan, but you don't passively heal. Oh, don't do that, Majed. Actually, wait. If I don't kill the explosives, I could probably skip this ship. Either way, whatever. I try to stay on the payload as long as I can. Like, I might as well use all my machine gun ammo here and my super to survive. Because if I do, I skip so many waves. So much faster, I think. Yeah, perfect. I probably saved like 5 minutes ironically compared to the previous run. Now I can just kill this wave and then I'm done. Kind of a weird GM. But I mean, all battlegrounds are. Yeah, there it is. Perfect. How often do you play PvP? I mean, I haven't been playing it much lately, but there are periods where I play it quite a bit. Depends. Just depends. If I have a reason to, if I want to. PvP's been so bad lately that it's hard to be like, oh, today I really want to play PvP, you know? Like, that doesn't really happen. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not been good. I mean, I don't think Destiny 2 PvP has ever been as good as Destiny 1 PvP. Like, I think peak Destiny 2 PvP is still worse than Destiny 1 PvP, personally. For how it's balanced, like, for everything. There is a bunch of reasons, like, how much you use primaries, how forgiving they are, class abilities ruining the flow. There is a bunch of reasons, personally. Like, I do agree that the experience was very good in Destiny 2 PvP when you like were on Battle.net on PC specifically, because the servers were so good on Battle.net and the game felt so smooth that maybe you can argue that's the only time when it was better. So basically like year 1 and year 2 on PC specifically, just because the servers were so smooth. Aside from that though, I would say Destiny 1 was always superior. Again, in general, like sandbox-wise, balancing-wise, like for a bunch of reasons. Obviously, if you count like, okay, 30 FPS against like 300, yeah, D2 is gonna feel smoother. You know what I mean? You got to give up the champ, unlucky. Not a big deal. Yeah, but I mean, it was years ago, right? Like, my point is, if you play both Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 on 30 FPS, Destiny 1 is just the better game. In any meta, in my opinion. Does that make sense? Like, if you purely consider, like, the game and the balancing and, like, how it plays, there is no shot I will ever pick Destiny 2. Like, also because there is this weird thing, I don't know why it does that, but if you play on old gen console, Destiny 1 and Destiny 2, Destiny 2 feels like a game that came out 10 years before. I don't know why. Destiny 1 just looks better, plays better, it's smoother. I don't know how to explain it. But if you play both of them in old gen, Destiny 2 just feels so clunky, like it's so bad. And it just looks worse, like graphically, by quite a good bit. It's probably some like graphical filters like film grain or whatever, but I don't know. Or light, the lighting. It might be a bunch of reasons, right? And it's probably also like opinion based. But I just think D1 is better when compared on the same platform. Probably also to do with the art style. There were so many comparisons of like how the Cosmodrome looks in D1 compared to Destiny 2, right? And so many shots just look better in Destiny 1, for example. Then, again, it depends. Some areas I'm sure look better in Destiny 2, but I'm talking like in general, you know? I don't think the changes on Mars 5 are gonna do too much to PvP, right? No, I don't. I don't really have any interest in playing PvP in this game right now, like, nah. Like, hello, Rumblebee. Like, there is no point, really. It's like, literally, like, everyone is fucking zimming at the top, so you're playing against people that you can't really, like, beat, unless they're, like, so fucking bad, because they're just zimming. Then, as an MNK player, I just feel like I'm throwing. Like, I know many disagree with this take, but I feel like if you want to be good at D2 PvP, you're not playing MNK. Like, you're just actually tossing. I know there are some good MNK players, but it's 25 times harder for very little gain. When you can just aimbot people with snipers or SMGs on a controller. So, like, it's... So many of those factors make me not want to, like, really play PvP. If they ever, like, fix the hitboxes and reduce the aim assist and actually made it fair, improve the sandbox, like, you know, primary gameplay, made things more consistent, like better special economy, all those kind of things, then I can see myself playing PvP way more. At the moment, I'm just not interested, personally. I know my takes are usually pretty like PvP wise, I know my takes are like not very common. I don't pretend to be right. I don't even play it that much anymore. It's just like, you know, personal preference, I guess. Wombat welcome. I mean, I don't know. Like, I would hope so, but I just don't know. I'm not too hopeful. Thanks, Rumble. Appreciate it. Kinda crazy how I can use a machine gun as my primary and never run out of ammo. It's funny. I really enjoy playing with machine guns. I mean, it doesn't necessarily... That's not necessarily to Aeronix. Sometimes they took like a while to unban people. But I'm pretty sure in those instances they also didn't manually review them. So yeah, I guess that's a point on the favor of the people that say it's probably doomed. Look, I am gonna keep bringing light to the issue. Right? Like, I hope he gets unbanned, but whether he gets unbanned or not, I am not gonna let Bungie think that the community is okay with them having this dog shit appeal and ban system, right? That's all I'm saying. Where is it? Oh, okay. I risked there. I started the wave with the stop still being up, but it's fine. All good. I mean, the no furthest information will be provided is their standard message. Like, I don't think there is ever gonna be a back and forth in their appeal system. Like, you can appeal, and they either unban you or they deny you, and then it's no furthest conversation will be provided because they don't care about conversating with you. I would like to find a single person that had Bungie send them more than one message after an appeal. Like, I don't think that ever happened. I generally think it's either like unbanned or, well, fuck you. Like, there is literally no in between, as far as I know. Yeah, without counting CMs like on Twitter, that's extremely different, right? I'm talking their appeal system. I don't think that was great. Like, having weeks of like misinformation and like campaigns on Twitter for then a CM to have to step in, I don't think that's good. The appeal system should like cover all of that pretty seamlessly. Yeah, but that's not the point. Bungie doesn't even tell you if you got banned for like cheating, because you were toxic in chat, because you did a recov, because they don't like you. They don't tell you anything when they ban you. You gotta send an appeal and then maybe they give you a reason, and even then it's so vague that you have no idea. There is a very big difference between, you know, trying to give the bare minimum information to like, for someone to appeal properly, and you know, exposing exactly like how they found a cheater. It's extremely different. Like, it's just not the same thing. I was also saying like this one of those other days, like on Twitter, like the fact that they take weeks and to like reply to those appeals, and that because they probably have a lot of appeals, is actually strictly related to the fact that they don't have temp bans. Because imagine if for like somewhat harmless things, I'm not gonna say harmless, but like, you know what I mean, right? Imagine if, okay, they detect a program open that shouldn't be open, and they're like, okay, let's give a warning, or let's give, I don't know, a 24 hours ban with a warning that says don't do that shit again. If they did that, people wouldn't just send an appeal for it, right? Like, I don't know about you guys, but if I had the mod open, I get banned for 24 hours, and they say like, okay, don't do it again, I would just be alright. I'm not gonna do it again if I actually had the program open, right? I'm not gonna go and send an appeal and try to be like, oh no, actually that program didn't do anything, right? Like, the fact that people are sending so many appeal is because they're getting fucking perma on first offense. So of course someone isn't gonna just take that. It's gonna be like, what the fuck? Let me appeal because I need to get unbanned. Does that make sense? Is there like... This room is so annoying. That's actually kinda close. Did I win? Alliance. I feel like this room is so slow for me, but I don't know how to do it faster, really. I'm kind of in shambles. I can probably kill this guy with a machine gun. If it's faster, because ultimately... I'm not gonna need this in the boss room, really. It doesn't have enough range to be good. It's a joke, Dave. It is a joke. Every time you see a title that says Art Money, it's a joke about this band's tuition. That is my new title format. Yeah, we're supposed to speedrun today. I don't know when, but we are supposed to. You can't do Duo Garden, like that's a joke. Yesterday I had solo Rulk in the title.
Let's locate their leadership and put an end to this heresy.
Savathun had all that time in the tower to plan.
I feel like this room took me so long. Not too happy about that.
I doubt that will be the elite.
Please don't shield it. No, don't hide. Oh, thank God. Wait, did I hit him? I wanna say... I missed? How did I miss? Please? Hello? Yeah, when they hide, you just gotta like hit them once. It's so dumb. Does Nighthawk not call lot? I'm not even sure, honestly. I think it's supposed to, but... Is this guy actually just not gonna push me? This is so insane. I mean, if first encounter was possible, Duo Flawless Garden wouldn't be hard at all. Like, RP is kind of a joke now. Maybe not a joke, because I guess it's a joke if you use that strat, which you don't use on a Flawless, but still. Second is pretty free. So is... God, that scared me so much. So is... final. I mean, that can literally be soloed, you know? Like, I don't think those things can reach me here, but they scare me so much, it's crazy. I'm not gonna go all the air because it's much easier to damage him here than in the boss room, so... Like, back then, I also would have thought something like Duo Flawless Garden would have been insane. But I feel like now the definition of insane is, like, evolved. I mean, Pat, a perma is, like, almost never warranted. Like, for something like opening the game with cheat engine open, without like proof of that the guy cheated, you can probably give them like 2 or 3 chances, right? You can go like warning, 1 day ban, 1 week ban, then if you really want you perma, or you can just simply increment the duration of the ban. It's all automatic anyway, so they wouldn't even like waste time by doing so, right? It's all automatic, and like there is almost never a reason to perma someone. It's like it just doesn't make any sense. Like, I've had some combos about it, but like permabanning almost never makes any sense. Like, it's just like the lazy solution, you know? There is almost always a better solution to that. Yeah, it really depends what you do. If you do something like extremely fucked up, like if you do some like criminal offense using their like chat and start like threatening or doxing people using their like forums, you know, like some insane shit that's like actually dangerous, then I mean, sure, perma them, fuck them, you know. But it should be only reserved for things that are like actually very harmful and intentional, you know. If you like cheat on multiple accounts in PvP, like, you know, some crazy stuff. I mean, perma on second offense is still harsh. Like, to me, that's still crazy harsh. Again, for something like, oh, I accidentally had cheat engine open when I opened the game, I don't think there's any point in permaing even on second offense, personally. Then that's obviously up to, like, opinions, right? But I think that's also too harsh, the way I see it. Like, if you didn't actually do anything, then it's like, fucking whatever. As long as it's automatic and they're not like wasting their time, you know. Also, I miss my Goldie. The title is a joke. All my titles from now on will be some form of jokes about art money. Make fun of the situation and bring awareness. That's not the point, Pat. There is no, like, if someone didn't cheat, more than likely, they just had the program open and they weren't gonna cheat. Like, you know, I'm not talking about people that actually cheat. I'm saying, if their anti-cheat detects a program and the program isn't allowed, like, you can just temp on them, give them a warning. I mean, for many programs, it literally just closes the game. And that's it. Like, it closes the game and it tells you, like, okay, close this program, then continue playing. Like, that's... If they're not cheating, it doesn't matter. Like, you don't have to be harsh. That's my point. Then, I can agree with, like, not give only warnings, because if you only give warnings, then maybe you make it very easy to, like, test stuff. You can just go, like, temporary bans. Like, even if it's, like, fucking a month, that's already, like, very bad, you know? Like... My point is that there is no reason to perma. Like, if someone wanted to cheat and you perma them, they're just gonna make another account and cheat again. Like, if their intention is to cheat, they're gonna cheat even if you perma them. I can guarantee you that. You're only helping innocence, because if someone is a cheater, they don't give a fuck if you perma them. Like, they're gonna cheat anyways. If they're cheaters, they didn't care about their account to begin with, because if they did, they wouldn't cheat. Like, do you get the logic? I'm sure they can definitely detect more than... I'm sure they can definitely detect more than the program is running. I don't think the anti-cheat is as dumb as you think. I never say don't ban cheaters. I say that there are very rare occurrences where a perma-ban, like for life, is justified. There is basically no situation I can think of where banning them for like a month or even 6 months isn't just like the better solution. Like, if... That is my point. Like, especially with games that are this long. Especially with games that are like this long. Permas are just weird, I think. Like, you can obviously have different opinions on this. Like, I don't really care, right? Because ultimately the convo isn't about someone cheating because that's not what happened. But even if someone fucking cheated in year 1 Destiny 2, and maybe they were like 16 years old, they were fucking stupid, and then they wanna come back after 5 years and play legit, I don't care, you know? Go for it. Like, that's kind of like my point. Because either way, if they wanted to like cheat in the game, they could just make an alt and cheat. So I don't care if they... if it's perma or not. My point is that not giving permas allows you to have less tragic false positives. And I think that's worth the risk of having an actual cheater going back and cheating, which I think it's extremely unlikely, because if they're a cheater, they wouldn't just wait a month or two, they will just make an alt. Does that make sense? Ultimately, I would always play it in the side of cautions to like not ban innocence. Which is why I'm against perma-bans. If you can feel free to disagree on that. Again, that's not really even the point of the convo, because we're not even discussing someone that cheated, but just in general, I've always had this stance. I think it's better to have a system that like allows people to like do better and reform than just, yeah, okay, never play my game ever again. It's like, bro. Then, yeah, I mean, I know companies don't think like that, and maybe they shouldn't think like that, and maybe that's just like a moral thing of mine, but I would rather, again, many are gonna disagree with this, but I would rather a game where there are 10 people cheating and no innocents banned, than a game where there are 0 people cheating and they banned like 5 innocents. Does that make sense? I would always play it in the side of caution to like not ban innocents. In general. Even if that means you might have a couple more cheaters. Feel free to disagree with that, but... And a company is never gonna do that because a company does not give a fuck about their customers, right? But in like how it should be, I would rather it be that. Which, I mean... That's kind of like how... I guess that's the reason why law works like that, right? Like, it's innocent until proven guilty, right? It makes sense because it's just fair to do that. And a company doesn't have to be fair because they aren't enforced by the law to be. Oh, that was so close. The duo flawless is a joke. You can't actually do that. It's a meme. I should probably make, we should probably make an art money command that explains. Yeah, but I just want a clear. I'm not doing a speedrun Obama. Like, I just want to say, okay, I've cleared all solo GMs this season. I think it's a pretty cringe way to clear them, but I do not care at the moment. Doing this one on Titan is just not fun. Like, it is one of the least fun things in the game, I think. Because you can't stand on stops. Unless you use your super, and then there are shriekers which you can't kill. It's just not a fun experience. This guy needs to pick me though, like this is so insane. How did ATP clear this in like 31 minutes? I guess you can play more aggressive, I don't know. So annoying. Yeah, Zim, I'm just used to it. I'm used to arguing with idiots for like balancing takes. This is not much different, you know. It's actually easier, right? Because while most of my balancing takes are like pretty black and white, balancing is usually a bit more subjective, right? While this is like actually pretty easy to argue because the situation is pretty clear, you know what I mean? Please stay there. I beg you. No, don't super you rat. He's gonna kill me, chat. Wait, I won. Div isn't even... I feel like there are more people nowadays that blame me for the well nerf than the Div nerf, and it's funny because the well nerf never happened. They just read that Bungie said they wanted to nerf Div, and so they're mad at me, but they never actually nerfed it. And they're so mad still. It's actually crazy. I mean, I feel like the fact that permaing people on first offense when they know he didn't cheat and how is it called? And having like a dog shit appeal system isn't really like subjective. Like I feel like that's been known for years. Way before this incident happened. I've been talking about it for a while, on and off. Every time there was a false ban wave, right? I don't think that's very subjective. Like, it's just they have some of the worst like ban and appeal system like in the industry. Yeah, but the argument of other people got banned for something dumb in the past, let's never improve the system, let's never, you know, unban then, even if people are proven innocent, to me it doesn't make sense. Like, if there were people that got falsely banned in the past, I'm sorry. If you can unban them, I would love for that to happen. If you can't, okay, start improving going forward. You know, like... But yes, I would love for everyone that got banned just for opening a program once and not actually doing anything with it to be unbanned. Unfortunately, it probably doesn't matter, because if that happened like 3 years ago, they probably moved on from the game, you know? So it's like... I don't know. I am personally never gonna agree with the take, oh, other innocents got banned in the past, let's ban these other innocents to make it fair. No, like, the more fair you can make it is if you don't ban innocents. The least innocents are banned, the more fair the system is. That's how I would see it for, like, anything in life, or, like, no matter who it happened to. Sorry, what does that mean, Don? Okay, chat, we almost won, I think. More than 40 minutes for a clear day is kinda awful. Whatever, it's fine. How do you do the dupe? I forgot. Big. This should be GG unless I throw. I'm basically starting the interact when I throw the spear. So basically the result is I pick up another spear as soon... Like the interact ends as soon as I throw the spear, so I pick up a new one and it like animation cancels. It's kind of weird to do, but it's not too bad. The timing isn't like hard or anything. I just haven't done it in a bit, so I was rusty. Does the boss only go to the right in phase 1? Because if so, that would be kinda awesome. That means I can actually damage him, you know? Hello? Please boss, could you push me, please? Oh, no, unlucky. The second he picked, I went down. I hope he doesn't go back. Should be fine. Oh, he's not missing, what? Please stay there, please stay there, no! Now he's gonna super again, that's so boring. Like if I go hit him, he's gonna super. Sure he doesn't ricochet me, right? I can't tank it. Healing nades don't give an overshield anymore. So I can't even like parry it on Hunter. I guess unless I Goldie for the DR. Healing nades were so much cooler when they were like, you know, you could charge them and they gave you an overshield. They were more balanced and just cooler. Because getting that overshield allowed you to like survive even burst damage. And I don't know, charging it was so cool because you could choose to use them offensively or defensively. They're so lame now. Like sometimes I want to use my nade offensively and I'm just locked in healing nade. It's just boring. Can I have Goldie? I'm not gonna pick him. I can probably just tank the shot, but I'm not gonna do it. Oh wait, I got to do Affinity too. So I should probably clear odds, Imagine if I die when I do the finisher, that would be so cringe. I guess I can pop Goldie through the Finny. You can do a Finny mid super, right? That has to be free. Imagine if he respawns shot. Wait, he's so low. Oh no. If I wipe here, it's actually over. Surely not, chat. Should be out. Yeah. Just to make sure. GG. I mean, it's very easy with this build. I just wanted a clear because it's the only solo GM I've not done this season. I don't think I want to do speedruns of this. I don't really enjoy battlegrounds. At least not solo. I'll do for team speeds. I'll show the build, but I basically just copied it from ATP. So, Singing Ashes, Eruption Char, Empyrean. Can I like show the mods somehow? Okay, you can see the mods like this, I think. And yeah. Polaris Lance, Fixed Dodge, Incandescent Field Prep, Explosive Shoot to Loot Bow, it doesn't really do anything. It's just for unstops, those are the seasonal mods. And yeah, I mean, GG. Very slow clear, but again, don't really care. GG.